It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
How much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL? Alongside Brock Huard in the booth, I'm Keith Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about quarterback, talk about a game. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They bring a tight end in motion right. First play, Murray's letting it rip. Taken in by Tip Ryman. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Addison going in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they get... Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Slot man motioned over. Running left out of the second down option.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
They motion the tight end over. Throwing now on 1st down. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action on 1st. This is pulled in by Mecole Hardman. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a 49er 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Rolling left, buying some time. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the Cardinals' 21-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. On On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done. Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First and 10, Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bernardo Green with that tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Kyler throwing here. Benson's got it. And he'll push this upfield. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Murray here on 1st down. Completed over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. So that brings them to 3rd down. Back to the air. Murray. He has the 1st over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The throw is caught. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. 2nd and 3 now. The give now out of the shotgun. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Receiver in motion, headed right. Murray to throw here on 3rd. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they take this in for the score. The Cardinals get 6 more on their early advantage. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running back sent in motion. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds a man, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Time to get the 2nd quarter going. The 49ers sent up inside the red zone. Play action on 1st down. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Marshall there to bring it in. And this one does not go far. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They motion a receiver left. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Kyler looking to throw. Caught by Marshall. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to the well again. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly,
oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. Got to secure the kick before anything else.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun handoff to McCaffrey. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a 49er 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 2nd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I really don't mind that call on 3rd down. Screen or a draw, something of that nature. But here's the deal. It's boom or bust. Either you're going to influence that defense with the screen, or they're going to do what they did right there. They're going to swallow it up and force the punt.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the first time he's been called on today. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football.
at their own 20.
The Arizona offense about set to get going here.
With one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Play action now, Murray. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. They give it to him again. He's got to gain a 6 there. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Cardinals with the football. 2nd and 4. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, Murray. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Pass taken in by Marshall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Receiver in motion going left. From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Catch is made in close.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He gets one more shot at it. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
49ers 10.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. They go play action on first. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Roman Wilson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory.
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The 49ers offense ready to get to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
The offense now.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll throw it again. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They kick the running back in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, right, partner. What do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
49ers 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cardinals returning their offense and this running back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Murray here on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
Offense to the line for second down. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Got to figure out this third down here. Pressure coming, it's Murray. He lofts it, deep left. What a dive, I think he caught it. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Benson on first and 10. He breaks the tackle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4. Staying on the ground with Benson. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down. Man in motion out of the slot. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll motion a tight end left. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 for them, and that sets up third and 7. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. The screen pass falls incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and third downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Marr connects there. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning right. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
On the toss, it's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go now.
Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Running back sent in motion. Another try following the sack. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back now, pressure on its way. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sean Murphy bunting in to pick it off. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Now Murray on the play fake. Toward the sideline and caught by Addison.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw. Able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Throwing off the play fake here. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Maher connects there. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's not just these offenses in the league that love to move their chess pieces around. These defensive guys, they could do the same. And having that sub-linebacker flying to the outside and making the play, well, that was like a rook destroying a pawn.
Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Pass play now. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. Throwing now on 1st down. Brought in by Ayuk. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
They send him left out of the slot. 2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Pass play coming here. He's got it near the 10. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll throw it. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now within 1 score in the 4th. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And off to Benson to start the drive. Nice cut back to the right sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. It's reeled in by Benson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
2nd and 13. McBride hauls it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Driving tire straights, it's 3rd and 9. Sending the tight end in motion left. Murray on 3rd down. He's got him, that's McBride. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Into the hands of Kittle. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Cardinals going nickel here, 3rd down. Man in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Baker on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers come through to tie it in the 4th. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Murray here on 1st down. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. From the gun, it's Murray. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. We send a man in motion. Looking to throw it. Short pass brought in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Setting up to pass. That pass is complete to McBride. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. He's on the move. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Option play they give to Benson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Turning to Benson on third. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Samuel now to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Back to throw. Escape. And they got there in time. He's taken down. They need some extra time to think over third and long. We've got a timeout. Now to throw. That finds Ayuk complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. One final shot here. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Cardinals, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.